Hello, everyone. Welcome to the sixth episode of Conversations with Attorney JV. Conversations is your insider look into the beautiful world of pageantry. I'm your host, Attorney JV, your pageantry insider. Tonight, guys, I'm so excited to bring to you our sixth episode of Conversations. I can't believe we're already on our sixth episode, but our guest tonight is very special, not only to me personally as a friend, but also to the entire pageantry world. Let's get to know Attorney Nad Bronce a little bit more intimately tonight. Let's ask him his thoughts on some important social issues. Let's ask him who his favorite queen is among all of the queens that he has trained. And let's ask him, will there be a Miss Universe Philippines 2021? All right, so here we go. And there you go. Hello, Attorney Nad Bronce. Tito Nad, how are you?
Good evening. I'm good. Attorney JB. How are you?
Good. Very busy with work, but I'm enjoying this YouTube project now that I'm having. Ikaw ba?
Yeah, me too. Congratulations for this show. Pang-anim na pala itong episode. Wow.
Yes, we had Ian Mendahar, one of your favorite mentees, as our first guest, and we had several Binibining Pilipinas queens already. And I knew that I needed to have you on this show because you know how important you are to all of us in the pageantry world. Oo naman. So, are you ready tonight, Nad? We have burning questions.
Kinakabahan ako.
Bakit ka kinakabahan? You've trained so many winning queens.
Iba yung trainer sa candidate.
That's true. That is absolutely true. So, Nad, I don't know if you've seen our previous episodes, but I've patterned this after a beauty pageant. So, we have 4 rounds of competition. The first one is the opening statement. The next one is our picture opening statement and then the term challenge. The third one is Q&A. And the fourth one is your final look and your final word. So, kailangan mag-post ka mamaya on the fourth. Okay lang. All right. Okay. So, let's get to it. Attorney Nad Bronce, let's go to the first part of our show for tonight. Okay? Your opening statement. So, Attorney Nad, please take this opportunity to say hi to everyone and anything that you want to say to the public who adores you, go for it.
Maayong gabi sa tanan. Good evening to everybody. So nice to be here. The Filipino pageant fans are the best in the world. So magandang gabi sa lahat ng pageant fans na Pinoy.
Very short, succinct. I love it. All right.
Dapat
so,
pala naghanda ako.
Ano?
Yung statement, dapat pala naghanda ako.
Parang parang opening statement lang sa Miss Universe. But that's fine, Rad. So, now that we have our opening statement, let's go straight to our show. I think this is what a lot of our viewers are waiting for. Our picture. So I have here a very, I would say a very famous picture of you with 3 of our most beloved Filipina queens of all time. Megan Young, Miss World 2013, Kylie Versoza, Miss International 2016, and of course, Miss Universe 2015, Pia Wurtzbach. Can you tell us a little bit about this picture, Nad?
Ang tagal ko na silang hindi nakikita. You know, I think it was Pia who said that the best thing about the pageant is the candidates. So let me rephrase that. The best thing about being a trainer is that you have really helped in shaping the lives of your trainees. No, I think ang pinaka-flattering na comment, alam mo, Atty. JV na narinig ko from a trainee is from dalawang comments actually, dalawang feedback, no. The first one was from Yvette Santiago, who said, no, after ng kanyang Q&A sa Binibini, sabi niya is that, jokingly, sabi niya sa akin, Tito Nad, yun lang pala yun. Madali lang pala. Kasi pagkatapos natin mag-train. So tuwang-tuwa ako, no? I reflected on it. Tuwang-tuwa ako kasi at least nawala sa kanya yung fear, no? Yung fear niya humarap, yung stage fright na, madali lang pala ang Q&A. It's just about talking. Ang pangalawa kong best comment na narinig was from Selena Antonio, na isa sa mga naging trainee ko, at isa sa mga naging friends ko, at mahal na mahal ko yung batang yun. Sabi niya sa akin, Tito Nad, maraming salamat talaga kasi now, ready na akong umarap. So, yun sa akin ang pinaka-flattering na comment. So, behind that picture, no, they're representatives of the many girls that we have trained. They are success stories, but they are my immense pride. My immense pride ko sila kasi they've really done their best. No, and I hope that I have contributed in a humble way, kung nasaan man sila. So at the end of the day, sila lang naman talaga yun eh. I mean, kung pumunta ka sa stage, ikaw naman talaga yung mag-perform. And the trainee should always take a back seat. No, but I'm really glad that they have, how would I put it, observe the right values, in going for their respective crowns. More than the skills, I think ang best training na gagawa natin is, how should candidates look at Q&A? Kakabahan ba dapat sila o matutuwa sila? And this talaga brave their respective Q&As. So I'm proud of them.
I know you've trained so many amazing queens, Nad. My gosh, I always get asked, I feel pressure taking over from you as a head trainer for Q&A for Aces and Queens. You know what I always say? I don't feel pressure. I feel privileged that Nad has set such an amazing path. Of course, you made my life easier.
Galing mo eh.
Ay nako, Nad. But Nad, a lot of people are asking, how did you get your start in Q&A training, in pageant training?
Our first venture into pageantry, I'm using the pronoun our. Kami ni Mama J and Mama Ru was in 2001 when we fielded Zoraida Andam, who was then a law student and was a friend of mine in Binibining, Pilipinas. So, si Mama J naman talaga, expert naman siya sa paglalakad. Okay, siya ang nag-handle ng pasarela. Tapos ako sa Q&A. So, wala man akong ibang pwedeng gawin. yun lang naman talaga yung contribution ko.
Yeah.
So, I started with that. And alam mo, Atty. JV, when I started my training, actually wala akong alam. I just thought that it was just answering questions. I really thought initially ganun lang yun na okay. So nagtataka din ako noon, paano nanalo si ganito, mas magaling yung isa sa pagsagot, no? At habang nagiging babad ka sa pageantry, habang mas nalalaman mo ang ins and outs ng pageantry, nare-realize mo na, hindi lang pala yun. So I watched videos, si Mama Ru has this video simula pa ng kopong-kopo. Ang dami niyang videos, so pinanood ko yan lahat. So I studied them. Okay, ito pala yung expectation sa pageant. So as a trainer, di ba, dapat mo naman talagang ginagawa yun. Parang meron kang review of related literature. Okay, meron kang ganon. So yun ang ginawa ko. Tinignan ko lahat ng videos, tapos nilista ko lahat ng tanong, pinag-aralan ko ang mga demeanors nila, and of course, I have to understand, bakit nanalo itong isang girl over this? Ano ang meron sa kanya na wala dun sa isa? So doon ang simula. This was 2001. So habang tumatagal, mas naintindihan ko kung ano ang dapat gawin. And since I was a law student then, ang ginawa ko, I came up with certain rules. Talaga, I was like a geek. okay, ganito ang gawin natin. So there are certain rules that you cannot violate. Parang ito yung ground rules, no, para sa mga trainees.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's something pala that we have in common. Yan ang ating common si Zoraida Andam. You know that Zora was my office mate in Accra before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we have something in common that have tied us longer than that. Longer than what we've known each other. Oh my gosh. So talagang you and Mama J, Mama Ru really go a long, long way. And the three of you.
Oo. Attorney JV, nung nanalo si Pia sa Miss Universe, nag-viber sa akin si Zora. Sabi niya, your partnership has been blessed. Parang ganon. Has been blessed. Then sabi ko, Zora, you are the blessing. Kasi ikaw yung nagsimula dahil sa'yo.
That's true, no?
Yeah.
Zora talaga. And I still remember Zora's performance, and we always tease her in Accra about being a former Binibining Pilipinas Universe.
Talaga?
Yes,
Well,
because,
okay, anyway.
Because it's so not like her, diba? Because she's so reserved. But I think you guys did an amazing job with her and all of the queens since then. My gosh, truly an inspiration, Nad. And hands down, my gosh, I look up to all three of you. All of you actually, including sila Tito Jerry, even sila Direct Cess, Direct Jeff. My gosh, you've done amazing work for Philippine pageantry.
Thank you. Warm regards to all of them.
Hello, shout out Tito Jerry, Direct Cess, Direct Jeff. All right, love that. Now, this night will not be complete if we're only going to be focusing on pageantry, diba? We want to get to know Attorney Nad Bronce a little bit more. And one aspect of Attorney Nad that perhaps not a lot of people are as aware of is that you are obviously a lawyer and a law professor, right? And can you tell us about this experience, why teaching law is such an important aspect of your life, Nad?
Okay. When my mom celebrated her 75th birthday, nahihirapan ako, no? So, my dad asked me, so ano sasabihin mo? Kasi diba, kasi we had a celebration for her. And so, lahat kami, no, siblings, were asked, okay, you have to say something. So, sabi ko, ano kayang sasabihin ko, no? Pinasabi na ng kapatid ko, okay, she's the best mom, gano'n. Sabi ko, ano kayang sasabihin ko? And, inaalala ko my moments with her. At one thing that I realized, Attorney JV, is that I really wanted to be like her. Like to teach. Kasi she's a teacher. So sabi ko, parang ito ata ang gusto ko. In the sense siguro na mentorship, parang ganon. So, I like teaching kasi it gives you an opportunity to mentor people, but also you learn from it. Diba? Like halimbawa, not just because you also prepare for classes. It's not just because of that, but because sometimes you would really be stumped with really amazing questions from your students and you would be challenged. So nakakatuwang magturo. That's why I like it. I like to teach.
Yeah. Very similar to me also yan. That's why I've been coaching debate, public speaking for a long time as well. And teaching has always been my ultimate goal. Gusto ko maging professor sa isang law school also. And thank you to Dean Mel. Thank you to Dean Andy Bautista actually before pa. Ako Dean Andy Baupa.
Ha?
Kay Andy Baupa ako before sa FEU.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then Dean Mel also. So thank you to both of them. Hi, sir.
I've always considered myself a Dean Mel baby kahit hindi ko siya naging teacher. Kasi nga, he's a mentor to me. Sa kanya ako nagkaroon ng first chance. No? Sa FEU IL ako nagkaroon ng first chance na magturo. And I'm very, very thankful.
Ako din, very thankful also. What do you teach now in FEU? Very, very.
Now?
Mm-mm.
I teach that umbrella subject called ADMELEC.
Admin and
now.
law.
So,
Very connected yung subjects natin because I used to teach constitutional law, 'di ba? So admin and election very related to constitutional law 'yan. Mm-mm. Are you a terror
nice.
professor, Attorney Nad?
You know what? Binabasa mo ba, Atty. JV, ang mga student evaluation mo? Oh, di ba
No.
hindi? Ako, I do. Binabasa ko talaga lahat. I mean, kahit pa nung, sa FEU at sa UP, binabasa ko talaga lahat yan. Tapos, may mga estudyante na nagsasabi na stricto, ganon. Wala pa namang gumagamit ng word na terror. Pero, syempre, yung mga ibang estudyante naririnig mo, no? To the grapevine na terror. Sabi ko, naku, nung inaalala ko yung nasa law school din ako, lahat din ay terror for me. pag siguro estudyante ka doon, natatakot ka kasi nga, the way that classes are handled, di ba, na Socratic method, so kinakabahan ka talaga. Kung pasok kang kinakabahan.
Yeah.
Pero, strict ako in the sense na kailangan maintindihan mo talaga yung cases, for instance.
And that's our responsibility as profs, diba?
Yes. But I'm very, very understanding.
Talaga.
At lalo na ngayon, lalo na these days.
Yeah. And yun nga, I mean, how has it changed for you? Has the COVID dampened your love of teaching?
Yeah. Sinasabi ko sa mga estudyante ko na, andyan yan. No? Wala tayong control sa sitwasyon. So, we might as well make the most out of it. So, ituloy natin yung pagturo, ituloy natin yung learning natin. I would completely understand your situation. Pag mayroong COVID positive sa household ninyo, then you are excused. Okay? Pero hindi tayo pwedeng tumigil. So, ganun din siguro sa teaching na hindi naman na-dampen, but you have to make big adjustments. Like, halimbawa, kung ganitong setup, na mahirap. Like, initially mahirap, di ba? I mean, naranasan mo rin ito, Attorney JV. Like, so, what do you do? Like, kulang pa naman tayo sa training, no? All of a sudden, we shifted to online classes. So, what do we do? Like, dadalhin lang ba natin ang live physical classes sa online? Ganun lang ba yun? Or there are certain skills that we need to have para maging successful, no? Para maging mas effective ang online classes. So, I think there was a period of adjustment. And thankfully naman, I feel like, okay, naka-adjust naman ako sa online teaching.
Mm-hmm. Well, your students are lucky to have you as a prof, Nad. Very, very lucky. Yeah. We share a few students. We share a lot of students together, diba? I think they're most afraid of me, but they love you. And I'm like, sige, si Attorney Nad na lang ang love nyo.
Ganun ba yun? Hindi totoo yan.
Alright. Thank you for that, Nad. Thank you for sharing that. And ito, yung third picture natin, I think a lot of people are waiting for this. But before we go to that, guys, if you have any questions for Attorney Nad, please type it in the comment section so that we'll ask Attorney Nad. Alright? So now, Nad, a lot of people are waiting for this next discussion. Who you affectionately called, iba-iba tayo ng tawag kay Rab, diba? May Biang, ako Rab, ikaw anong tawag mo kay Rab?
Rab! Pwede nga Rab eh.
So, what can you say about Rab, Nad?
Okay, as far as Q&A is concerned, Rab, super willing to learn. Diba? Alam mo naman yun. And initially kasi, before I started training her, isa lang talagang inisip ko, Attorney JV, parang magkaroon kaya tayo ng needs assessment. Like, ano pa kailangan ni Rab? So fortunately, you guys already trained her, and I think it's a good training philosophy to involve those who have been behind the candidate in her success nationally in a training for the international competition. And that's why kailangan talaga kasama kayo. Kasi sayang naman yung efforts niyo. And we have to build on what you have worked on. So, nung na-realize ko na okay, nawala na yung kanyang pagiging gigil, di ba? Ganun kasi siya, like, very passionate. No, I think that's a better term. Very passionate about issues talaga. Ipaglalaban ko to, parang ganun yung dating niya. So, nawala na yon. So, we now progress to, higher things. Like, halimbawa, expanding her lexicon, things like that. Now, okay, na issues na more controversial than she would expect. So, she's willing to learn, and I am pretty confident, make that absolutely confident that she's giving her best come May 16. So, definitely she will do her best, guys. So, our prayers for her success.
You don't have to answer this question, and maybe unfair question, but is she gonna reach the top 5?
Yes! Ikaw naman, tanatanong mo pa ako niyon. Top 3, winner. Ikaw talaga. Winner!
Yun din ang sagot ko kasi usually eh. Sabi ko, for me kasi, ang philosophy ko na is, reaching the top 5 is usually about training, right? Training yan, kung sino yung magaling talaga. Alam mo, sometimes top 5 to winner, or top 5 to top 3 to winner, sometimes it's a question of destiny. Diba? So, but training-wise, wala na akong hihingin pa from Rabia. I think she's given her all, and you are absolutely right, will be giving us an amazing performance on May 16.
Totoo yan. She will do her best.
Alam mo, dami nagtatanong din, Nad. Sabi, bakit wala daw mga bottom line si Rabia? Sabi ko, hindi naman po natin control na wala na pong show. But, I think with or without that, and with or without all of these other, traditional pageant preparations, I think Rabia is gonna do well on May 16. Diba? Alright.
Importante kasi yung health, and safety. As you know, we're supposed to have, physical training, Attorney JV. Kasama pa yung mga ibang abogado. Remember that. And sabi natin hindi pwede kasi nga dahil sa surges. So we have to transfer to this medium kasi nga mahirap. So we really have to do that. And I'm sure naman na inaintindihan ng mga fans yun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Health and safety above.
Yes. Nad, I know we didn't talk about it beforehand, but I have one surprise request from you. I want to get your reaction on this one video. Alright, okay lang ba? Okay lang?
Sure.
Alright, so we'll show the video now, guys. And Attorney Nad, I want to hear your comments after. Okay, I'll show the video now.
Here we are. Why should you be the next Miss Universe?
To be a Miss Universe is both an honor and a responsibility. If I were to be Miss Universe, I will use my voice to influence the youth, and I would raise awareness to certain causes like HIV awareness that is timely and relevant to my country, which is the Philippines. I want to show the world, the universe rather, that I am confidently beautiful with a heart. Thank you.
Alam mo, Attorney JV, pagkatapos nung answer niya, kasi I was here, no? I watched the pageant. Sina Mama J nasa America. I was here. So nanonood kami ng mga friends ko. Nag-book kami ng room sa isang hotel. Tapos pagkatapos lang sabi ko, di hinintay mo. Diba? Tapos na ang Miss USA, tapos na si Miss USA, and then si Miss Colombia. Sabi ko, oh my God. Panalo na. So, I was totally, confident already. No, and true enough, she won after some drama, after minutes of. So, wala talagang kaduda-duda, and Pia gave the best answer. And now I use that. Yung kanyang way of talking, like you start with the context, then you go to the answer, and then a conclusion. I think she took to heart yung training namin na you must always end with a bang. Diba? Yung pagsagot mo dapat is, there must be some statement that people will remember you for. So yun siguro ang naalala. Confidently beautiful with the heart. gave the best answer. And let me stress it that, if I'm not mistaken, I think she was the first who actually said that Miss Universe is a job. No, I mean, it's more than the glamour. No, it's a responsibility.
Yeah.
She's the
And
one
she
who
really
said that.
and she really took it to heart. She she absolutely took
Yes,
that
that
to heart. Oh my gosh, alam mo, ang ganda, ang dami ko ring natututunan sa iyo, you know, when you say end with a bang, kami naman ang sabi naman namin ngayon when we're training is we need an impact statement in the end.
oh,
So,
di ba? Whatever you call it, we mean the same thing.
correct. Correct. My gosh, I'm so every time I see Pia, Nad, I feel so kilig every time. I still remember also the time when she won. I was alone in my apartment in Japan and I was shouting alone in
Oh.
Japan. But sige, mamaya ko pala tatanungin to kasi maganda yung last question ko. But Nad, is it okay if we take some questions from the audience?
Sure.
Ito. Maganda yung question ni Catalina Crunch. What is your most favorite Miss Universe Q&A? I guess performance. She's referring to the performance. And why?
Okay. To Miss Catalina Crunch, my favorite Miss Universe performance. Okay, hindi siyempre kasama yung mga winners. Yung mga winners natin. Yun na yun, di ba? Siyempre silang dalawa. Okay? Ang aking favorite Miss Universe Q&A is yung Q&A ni Diana Mendoza, 2008. Gustong-gusto ko yun. Like, to me, the performance is perfect. I think sinasabi ko to, Attorney JV, na, you know, initially, I called it substance versus form. No, but later on, sabi ko, it's not, naisip ko, no? It's not about the substance and the form of the answer itself. It's not the answer lang that matters. It's really the performance. You must give a powerful performance. And Diana Mendoza gave a very powerful performance. No, I mean, the way she delivered the answer, was it easier in life, men or women? And her replies and the way she said it, everything, the way her eyes communicated her answers, ang galing, my God. Ang galing. Ang galing ng interaction pa niya sa audience. Remember that she's second, going into the top 5. Di ba? She's behind Miss Colombia. And then siya ang nanalo. Ang galing ni Diana Mendoza.
Yeah. And you know
So
what?
that's my pick.
Yeah.
Yes.
And alam mo, Nad, I'm so excited and I'm so happy that these days question and answer and interview and the ability of the girl to speak has become a more important part of beauty pageants. I love that that's happening because our ladies, our women have a lot to say. How do you feel about that?
About the fact that Q&A is becoming more important, I like it. I like it kasi, you know, it gives a platform for women to speak. No, na parang dapat ang tingin sa beauty is buo, no, buo na. Hindi lang siya the physical beauty, but also this. And it stresses the role of the Miss Universe. No? As someone who has great influence, we must hear her talk. No, anong masasabi niya about relevant issues. So it's good. It's a good development.
Yeah, absolutely. Agree. All right. Thank you for entertaining the question from the audience now. Now, let's go to our second part of our competition. All right. This time naman, you know, let's not, we want to be able to talk about important social issues also. Okay? So, are we testing Attorney Nad Bronce, guys?
No!
No, but, no, really, we just want to hear, we just want to hear what your thoughts are on these. Okay? No time limit, nothing like that. No judgment, no judging, no 9.2 score, 9.5. So we'll go to the term challenge. All right. I'll give you 3 words and then let's talk about these words and how you feel about them. All right. All right. Our first word for tonight is marriage equality. How do you feel about marriage equality?
I think It was Anne Hathaway who said that love is not a political statement. It's a human expression. It's a human feeling. And that feeling must be nurtured. That feeling must be nourished. That feeling must be protected. That feeling must be allowed to grow. No, it must not be bound. So I'm for marriage equality. Absolutely.
Dapat meron ako dito 10. 10.
Nakakainis ka. Nakakainis ka, Atty. JB. Nakakabahan
Ang
tuloy ako.
ganda nun.
Ayoko na. Ayoko na, alis na ako. Matakot ako.
Pero ang ganda nun. Ang ganda, gusto ko meron pang may legal basis pa. May Anne Hathaway pa, di ba? Abogadong sumagot. According to, di ba? Article 5.
Ayoko na.
Ba't ka naman, pero,
Ayoko na.
no, but joking aside, I don't know if we will ever see marriage equality in the Philippines in our lifetime. But, I hope that society likewise understands. You're absolutely right. Love knows no gender. It knows no boundaries. And, we're not asking any institution that is outside of the state to recognize marriage equality. It is the state that we're asking for marriage equality.
Yes.
No one else.
It's true. It's true, Atty. JB. And I remember what the professor said, that law really lags behind development. No, and our law should reflect realities, and these are realities.
Perfect.
So yon. So
Nad,
I'm for it.
Before we go to that, meron ako ditong very good question. Ay, hindi. Sorry. Mamaya na to. Towards the end na natin. So let's go to our next term. Alright, our next term is technical difficulties. Cancel culture. Tinanong si Rab nung isang araw niya in one of the online interviews eh.
Okay. I think cancel culture is a powerful weapon, but it's a double-edged sword. As a weapon, it's a double-edged sword. Like there are certain principles which are fundamental values of the whole humanity, and that cannot be ignored. So anybody who are racism, for instance, for sexism, for violence, should be cancelled. But we must also be careful because we are judges. The public becomes a judge, and we must be very careful with imposing our moral. So we must understand where they're coming from. No, intindihin natin yon kasi baka they're just coming from a point of ignorance. So the approach must be education and not cancel. Again, there are certain principles and nag-lecture na. There are certain na talagang non-negotiable. No, so on racism, on sexism, for instance, on violence, and even corruption. Like, we must cancel anybody who robbed this country and who walks around as if nothing happened. Okay? But yung mga ibang issues kasi, sa mga ibang issues kasi, Atty. JB, dapat mag-ingat nga tayo kasi baka ang nangyayari is that our morality is being imposed on others. Itindihin muna natin. And even if there are certain issues na, bad, na yung may isang tao na who did something bad, but there's still avenue for reform, let's welcome the reform.
Yeah. I love the distinction that you made, Nan, about those that are non-negotiables, universal truths, universal rules. Those absolutely require to be canceled, but those that are in the moral gray area, we need to be a little bit more understanding. I love that. Oh, di ba? Yun di ba sagot ni Rab? Hindi ko nakita yung sagot ni Rab nung isang araw. But, Rab, kung nakikinig ka, if you're watching, please copy and paste Attorney Nad's comments on cancer.
Oy, kaya nyo mag-come up with an answer. Alam mo naman yon.
Oo naman. Joke lang naman.
Di ba sa mga training natin, nagulat ko rin, JB, alam. Nagulat ako na mas may alam siya. Okay, alam niya yung ganitong issue, samantalang ako.
Yes. Huwag na natin
Di ba?
sabihin.
Yun ang maganda talaga sa pag-trainer ka, di ba? Natututo ka rin kasi talaga eh.
Yes, of course, absolutely. And you need to be ahead of the game also because, you can't be a trainer unless you have something to share to the ladies, to the girls.
Yeah. Alam mo, Atty. JV, nung tinitrain ko si Tere,
Mm-mm.
or did I train her ba? Kasi parang wala naman kwenta yung training namin kasi ang galing-galing na niya, no? Ako pa ang mas natututo. Di ba? Ang galing-galing na ni Tere. So, kami noon, ina-assign namin siya. Pinapalakpakan namin pa nagkakamali siya. Sabi niya, you have trainers like this. Sabi niya, galing mo na kasi, nakainis ka.
And Tere is another one of those na natin, common connections because Tere's husband is a good friend of mine and a classmate in Ateneo Law School, JP.
Oh,
Mm-mm. Ang liit talaga ng mundo,
nice.
no? Sobrang liit ng
Yeah.
All right. Guys, okay. Now you know why Attorney Nad Bronce trained a Miss Universe, a Miss World, and a Miss International. To our third word. Okay? Ready?
Oh,
Attorney Nad Bronze. Vaccine
Relevant.
deniers.
correct, highly relevant issue. And this is a concern, a problem for all of society. Again, no, I mean, we should understand. I think iba-ibang deniers kasi I know somebody, Attorney JV, na talagang ayaw niya ng magpa-vaccine kasi nabuhay daw siya, nawala. Nawala naman. She doesn't remember if she had an anti-TB vaccine when she was a baby. She doesn't remember that. So ayaw lang talaga niya. So I think so many are coming from a point of ignorance. And therefore, the approach must be one of education and awareness. So kailangan nating intindihin yan para we might come up with the best strategies to combat this kasi this is really going to be a concern. So siguro hindi pwede, okay, this is science, no? Magpabakuna kayo kasi itong sinasabi ng siyensya. We must hear their stories and we must, educate them, make them aware of the benefits of vaccination because you're not just doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the whole community.
Sabi nga ni Hannah Arnold nung isang araw, I interviewed here also. Sabi niya, herd immunity.
Yeah.
Ako, not coming from the
Malaking
pharmaceutical.
talaga to. May kakilala ka ba na vaccine denier?
Wala naman from my end because I'm in the pharmaceutical industry, 'di ba? And so most of the
Hindi sa
people
friends mo outside the industry.
wala. Parang wala pa naman ako na encounter na vaccine deniers, but I've seen so many online and it's such a dangerous narrative to get out there, Nad. It's so dangerous
Yeah.
to start doubting vaccines. You start with vaccines. What about other medicines? Nako, when you start that's gonna be a dangerous downward spiral. Diba?
Correct.
Alright.
Correct.
Ang galing talaga ni Attorney Nad.
Ano mo nang kinagaling?
Ibang level. Oh, Nad, may mga
Ang
dito. May
galing
mga...
ng bola. Parang yung mga estudyante na ang galing magbola.
Ay, hindi kasi ako nabobola sa klase. Pag sa class kasi, kino-call out ko sa kanya. So, kunyari, Mr. Bronze, tell me why you're wrong.
Oh, grabe ka naman. Takot ako dyan.
Naman? You graduated from UP Law, Nad. Sanay na sanay ka dyan.
I think I'm wrong because you told me so. Wala akong ibang masabi. Wala akong naging teacher na ganyan ng style. Nakakatakot naman yun na Atty. JV.
Ang dami sa Ateneo. Ganun ba? Talaga? Sa UP, ganun. Parang hindi yan ang stories na naririnig ko sa UP na.
Pero wala ako kasi naging teacher na gano'n ang approach na tell me why you're wrong. Although may narinig ako na why is your classmate wrong? O gano'n, siguro pag tinawag ka na parang you agree? Naku, nagtawag na ng iba. So you say, no.
Now, there are some interesting questions here. Let's engage our audience, the ones who've been waiting for you to be on Conversations. Alyssa has a really good question. I think we know the answer to this question already. But let's make it official. So, Attorney Nad, what is your favorite part of the pageant?
Okay. Alisa, my favorite is actually the evening gown. Kasi, tuwang-tuwa ako sa evening gown portion kasi show ito ng designers. Na to me na, okay, parang halimbawa, you're showcasing a design, you're also showcasing a talent. So, yun sa akin. So, tuwang-tuwa ako na, sa parade ng local designs o ng mga Pinoy designs. So, yun ang point ko.
Yeah. A lot of people are asking...
Also, I like the Q&A as a test of wits. Pero kung the questions that are asked are about social issues, sa akin kulang yung 35 seconds, 45 seconds para ma-discuss ang issues.
That's true. Absolutely. Alam mo, ang dami... diba, I'm so happy, going back to your point on Filipino designers taking over not just the pageant stage, but also, the catwalks of Milan, of Paris, of Dubai, I'm so excited. Ang dami ko nakikitang Filipino designers now. Just this afternoon, I saw that Michael Cinco will be designing the gown of Miss Canada, diba? So, nakaka-proud lang ang ating mga Filipino designers. And, of Miss Canada.
Sino Oh.
Miss Canada. And a lot of people are asking who will design Rebias ka. And I'm like, guys, secret. Hindi pwedeng i-share yun.
So parang ang ganda, di ba, Attorney JV, na we're exporting talents to the world.
Yes. Even in Miss Grand, di ba? I believe it was Louis Pangilinan who had designs. I mean, there are so many amazing Filipino designers out there, and our love of pageantry is giving them a platform to shine on the international stage. So, see, pageantry is even beneficial to the economy. Ito na, there's a question here. A lot of people are wondering this also. We don't have to go into details, but are we involved in formulating Rebia's Top 20 speech? If so, what's the main message topic of the speech?
In the end, it will be Rebia's decision. But of course, attorney and the organization will give inputs, but in the end, it will be Rebia's decision.
Right. Because we believe in authenticity, and it cannot be authentic.
Yes.
If Attorney Nad or I or Mama J will write it for her.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Okay. Guys, if you have more questions, please put them down there on the comment section. But now, we're going to our third part of the competition. It will not be a conversations with Attorney JV without a Q&A, Attorney Nad. Don't worry, these will be easy questions on intergenerational responsibility.
Oh my God! Remember, I've told you my reservation about the case from the point of view of procedure, but anyway, it's the case.
No, and don't worry na. This is not it's not a 30-second, 45-second. I just want us to, have we're just using this platform or this format as our guide, but it's really just an open conversation. So the first question is, Nad, for you as a Q&A extraordinaire master, what makes a great Q&A answer?
A great performance in Q&A equals great Q&A. And when you say performance, it's, again, not just the answer. The answer is the most important component of that performance, but it's not the only component. Andun din yung how you communicate with the audience, how you appear, on stage. Kasi kapag nagsasagot ka, kapag sumasagot ka, hindi ka lang naman kasi nagsasalita parang nasa radio show, di ba? Tinitingnan ka ng mga judges. So, importante yung demeanor mo, yung stance mo, your stage presence. So, lahat yan components ng performance. So, every time na may nagkakabasa nga ako ng comments na, bakit nanalo si ganito, ang ganda ng Q&A niya? But it's not just about it, okay? Probably we could consider the other aspects, and then let's see if you would still have the same conclusion. But it's not just the answer, guys. It's the most important component, but not the only component.
Yeah. Agree na. Then, I've seen...
Great.
Diba, we've seen great transcripts, like amazing transcripts of the answers of the girls, right? But like when you hear the actual answer, it doesn't have an impact. Kasi guys, iba ang dynamics ng written language sa verbal language. So I think that's one thing that people don't understand, that, you know, in verbal language, in publicly speaking about a topic, hindi lang importante yung content. It's the delivery, the eye contact, the rapport that you establish with the audience.
The rapport, yeah. Authenticity, di ba? Kailangan maramdaman yun ng judges.
Absolutely. Alright. Okay. Next question. Madali lang naman yung Q&A. Wala namang what makes you blush.
Kaya.
Wala namang what makes you blush. Ito. I think this is one thing that a lot of people are wondering also. A lot of people have been asking me, and I'm sure you've encountered this question so many times. What are the most difficult kinds of questions to answer on a pageant stage?
I think the most difficult kinds of questions, based on my experience, not training girls, would be the questions, that sound like their issues, but actually would be about your personal values. So, halimbawa, abortion. Okay, yes, it's a sensitive issue. Pero mas nahihirapan ang mga girls to speak their mind. Kasi nagbabalance sila between, speaking their minds and the expectations of society. So I think these are the most difficult types. This is the most difficult type of questions.
Yeah.
Not necessarily social issues in general, but yung mga issues na, that would really involve personal feelings and values about them.
I agree. Yung parang nakaka-confuse na klase ng mga tanong. For example, would you prioritize privacy over national security? Diba? Yung mga ganyang klase ng questions. Very difficult. They're not really asking you for your social stand, your political stand on those questions. But really, who is this girl? What are the values that are really close to her and her heart, and which one will she prioritize? Because both can be defended equally. Diba? So, agree. I like, ang ganda nung point that you made na. All right. Before we go to our last question, let's entertain a few more questions from the audience. Oh my gosh. One of our loves. Trisha Gutierrez asks, is there an innate characteristic that a beauty queen must have that can never be learned? Oh my God.
Trisha, it's a characteristic that you have, and that's authenticity. Wala yun. I mean, from the very start, dapat ikaw na yan. I mean, hindi ka dapat mag-pretend na iba ka. Otherwise, you would lose that power. Attorney JV, let me just share it. Banggitin ko na lang din na when I train, ngayon, sinasabi ko sa kanila that your self is your power. So, dapat from the very start, ipakita mo kung sino ka. You cannot be somebody else.
Medyo mahirap ngayon, I mean, we always say
Pero
it.
mahirap, di ba? Na parang, paano? Kasi, di ba, show ito, di ba? Ganun. So, nagkakaroon ng dilemma yung mga girl.
What's your position on that? If there's a difficult question and it might cause public bashing, it might cause people to be offended a little bit, but your position is one way. How would you deal with those types of questions?
Attorney JV, I've always believed that a pageant candidate would not lose her right as a citizen when she becomes a pageant candidate. She has the right to speak her mind. So, dun muna ating framework. Diyan muna tayo magsimula. First, speak your mind. Then, tingnan natin. Tingnan natin kung, is it really too much? Probably we could prune it a little somewhere, but still, your core message must be there. So the rule is, speak your mind.
I love that. That's one of my rules also. A true beauty queen sparks conversations. Beauty queens have their own voices. And ang sabi ko nga palagi, it's okay to be controversial. It's not okay to be offensive. That's what I always say to the girls. Okay lang maging
Yes,
controversial kayo.
Iba yun, di ba?
Correct. Oh my God. Tito Nad is amazing. Tito Nad. Yan, Tito Nad na rin tawag ko sa'yo. Tito Nad.
Okay lang.
Our last question for the night. A lot of people, well, I have another one pala after this, but this is, I think a lot of people have asked this. I've seen them ask this question on the chat box also. But, to you, Attorney Nad Bronce, who is your favorite beauty queen of all time?
Okay. Siyempre, skip ko na naman ang mga Filipina queens. Diba?
Wait. May question si Kim.
Okay. Ang favorite ko talaga, Kim, I love them all. Alam mo, love na love ko si Pia as a Q&A, as a student, no, as a mentee. Kasi gigil yun sa Q&A. In love yun sa Q&A. As in, like, di ba may mga notebooks nga siya. Tuwang-tuwa ako sa kanya kasi pag may, di ba, may rotation. This is how I did the training then. Like, okay, tatawagin ko. Then, sige, Tito Nad, pass. Okay. Si Pia talaga, ni. Kaya nakakatuwa siyang maging trainee. Talagang gustong-gusto niya ng Q&A. Na sinishare ko yung experiences, di ba, sa mga girls after Pia. Na, I don't know if it could work for you, but this is how Pia handled her Q&A. Now, bukod sa ating mga beauty queens, ang favorite ko talaga, well, nabanggit ko kanina si Diana Mendoza, no? Her performance, particularly in Q&A, si Jennifer Hawkins.
Australia.
Yes, Miss Universe 2004, Attorney JV. Nanood kami ni Mama J ng Miss Universe 2005, diba? Live sa Bangkok. Tapos, nag-lunch kami after the pageant. It was also in the morning, not to beat the New York time. So, nasa hotel kami. Tapos, nasa likod namin si Jennifer Hawkins. Sabi ko, my God, yung beauty niya is glorious. Wow, magnetic. Sabi ko, kakaiba to. So, hindi ko nakalimutan. Para bang nakakita ko ng apparition, para bang gano'n. So, hindi ko nakalimutan yan. Jennifer Hawkins.
Wow. Alam mo, ako, and not just because she's Filipina ha, but Pia is my favorite Miss Universe of all time. And my favorite Miss Universes of all time are the best Q&A'ers. So it's Pia, Sushmita, and Lara Dutta. Those are my favorite kasi I really love Q&A. As in.
Q&A ang favorite portion mo.
Q&A is my favorite portion. I would have to say, favorite portion ko talaga siya. I always look forward to it.
Napaamin ako na evening gown ang favorite ko.
Oh. Well, dala pa rin naman nila yung evening gown nila during the Q&A. So, that's...
Yun na nga. Yun ang lusot doon. Ang galing-galing mo talaga, Atty. JV. How would you skirt the law?
Well, that's
why... Dapat defense lawyer.
Yan, di ko na tuloy alam sasabihin sunod. But, I've only met two Miss Universes personally. One was Dayanara Torres in 1994 when Miss Universe was here, and Pia Wurtzbach in Anytime Fitness.
Talaga? Uy, may nakalimutan ako.
Ano?
Nakalimutan ako sa performance sa Q&A. Bukod kay Diana Mendoza, mind you, ang gustong-gusto ko pa, si Andrea Tovar.
Oh,
Sa
Colombia.
Yes, ng Miss Universe 2016.
Mm-mm.
Yung kanyang, I come from a country where, there's some violence and that is my reference point. Ang ganda, di ba, Atty. JV? Like, establishing her credibility as a speaker. It's like the context, no? And then nagsumagot siya. Andun yung ending niya na kampanyas, respeto, inklusyon, na ginawang inclusivity. Tama bang translate? Kasi ginawang inclusivity nung translator, nung
Yes.
interpreter. But at any rate, ang galing. Ang ganda-ganda ko sa sagot na yun. And I think sa mga vaccine deniers, gamitin natin yon. Kampanyas, respeto, inklusyon. Yeah, idagdag natin yon. As Andrea Tovar said.
Bigyan ko lang ng onting pakilig yung audience natin. Nads, si Andrea Tovar is really one of his favorite examples to Rabia on how to answer questions. Sobrang
O, diba?
favorite ni Nad.
Oo, nabanggit ko talaga sa lagi. Doon
Correct.
sa top 6,
Sa top 6, yeah. Sa top 6. And top 3.
Yeah. Pati yung sa 2017, I forgot her name, 2017 na first runner-up, yung kanyang top 5 din, na Miss Colombia.
Yes, si Laura.
Yes, ang galing din, di ba? That is an illustration, Atty. JV, na wala siyang personal experience. She did not invent anything. She acknowledged that she has never experienced terrorism, but yet she's able to answer that. Ang galing niya!
Yes. And
Galing.
what I loved about her most was her performance talaga. She was so passionate. Kita mo yung nanlilisik yung mata niya na talagang, di ba, parang talagang feel niya yung yung tanong. Parang meron ako nare-remember pag nanlilisik ang mata. Parang nasa LA siya ngayon.
Kasi yung mga noon nagbago na. Kasi 'di ba, parang yung mga girls kasi na yung mga galing talaga sa Q&A, pag tinatawag sila parang tuwang-tuwa sila. 'Di ba sa Q&A? Parang they're so happy that they're answering questions.
Yes.
So dapat ganun yung approach, yan ang dapat ma-develop ng mga trainers. Na huwag kayong kabahan, girls, sa Q&A. It's just talking. Di ba? Easy to say.
And that's why the title of the show is Conversations with Atty. JV, because
okay,
I always
okay.
tell the girls that a pageant answer is just a conversation. Hindi ka naman mag-i-speech in front of people. You're having a
Correct.
conversation with the audience.
Correct. Kasi naman, yung mga ibang contest kasi, halimbawa kung nag-judge ako ng contest, ano ba yan? Parang nagiging speech na. Diba? Hindi baguhin natin. Hindi realistic. Yes, hindi natin tinutulungan yung girls. Na ang kailangan is maging totoo sila. No? At matuto sila sa issues para masabi nila kung ano ang kanilang posisyon. Yun dapat, that's the brain side of training.
Mm-mm. Hindi siya authentic also if you speak like that. If you're not speaking from the heart, para kang nag-oratory contest, hindi talaga siya maganda.
True.
Agree. Alam mo, about Pia, medyo we're going off topic, but Pia is also one of my favorite examples. Kasi I always hear your stories about Pia, Tito Jerry stories about Pia. And alam mo, isa sa pinaka magandang mga gifts ni Tito Jerry sa mga girls is the blue BDO notebook. Kasi di ba si Pia, yung blue BDO notebook, yung gamit niya for Q&A. So, yan. Pag Christmas, ang talagang pinaka inihintay na gift from Tito Jerry is the blue BDO notebook.
Yan, nakakatanggap din ako sa kanya noon. Thank you for the notebooks, Tito Jen.
Thank you, Tito Jer. Huwag kalimutan sa December. Alright. Nad, there's one more question that a lot of people have been asking, and now I want you to take on your head of legal hat for Miss Universe Philippines. Will there be a Miss Universe Philippines 2021?
Oo naman.
Diba, parang
Pero mag-focus muna tayo sa Miss Universe. All our efforts, di ba? Para kay Rap muna. So it started May 16, no? Sana nga
May
makalipad tayo.
May 16, May 17, mag-watch party na lang tayo on May 17.
Uy, kung pwede nang lumabas noon, Atty. JV, nakakatakot.
Pwede namang online Zoom call.
Oo nga naman. Oo nga naman. Yeah, let's.
Hell, yes. All right. Attorney Nad, there are a lot more questions, but I think we've already exceeded our normal 1 hour for the show. We're just having so much fun, but we'll have the final part of our competition tonight, which is the final look and the final word. Pageant talaga to.
Ano yan?
Kailangan mag-post ka lang. I'll take a picture of you for posterity.
Okay.
And then, your final word. Any message to anyone, to Rabia, to your fans, and to future queens who want to excel in Q&A? What are your messages to them? All right? So, I'll put you on the spotlight. And then take a picture first. Smile.
Nakakainis.
All right.
Nakakainis ka, Atty. JV.
And your final word.
To Rob, nothing to fear. Alam ko naman that you're giving your best shot, so just do your best. Just do your best. Para sa mga trainers sa Q&A and para sa mga candidates na natatakot sa Q&A, also the same message, essentially the same message. There's nothing to fear. It's just, as Atty. JV said, Q&A is just conversation. So you're just talking, just sharing your thoughts. And that's why we have training, to polish your skills and to enhance your knowledge. And most of all, and most importantly, is to develop towards Q&A. Really mahalaga. Let's bear that in mind. When it comes to talking, there's nothing to be apprehensive about. There's nothing to fear about pageant Q&A. It's the easiest part of the pageant.
Sana nga totoo that that's the easiest part of that.
Hindi ba? Hindi ba talaga yun ang easiest? Kasi magsasalita ka lang eh.
That's true. And you've been practicing to speak for the rest of your life.
Yes. Kasi Atty. JV, nagugulat talaga ako sa mga pageants na ang mga host, ini-introduce ang Q&A this way. We've come to the dreaded portion. Bakit dreaded yan? So lalong nalalagay tuloy sa isip ng mga candidates na dreaded. Bakit naman dreaded? Magsasalita ka lang? Mahirap na yung swimsuit kasi maglalakad ka pa.
In heels.
Kasi hindi lang, may mga poses ka, di ba? Parang dadalhin mo ang isang damit. So, sa akin is, dapat hindi ganun ang approach natin. Kaya value sa akin yung pinakamahalaga. Na hindi dapat matakot.
And I like that. Embrace it. Embrace the Q&A part.
It's
where you can...
It's just talking.
And it's where you can really showcase your personality, who you are.
Yes,
your words.
That's true. That's true. No, kasama yon. Siyempre, parang salita ka at boring ka. Naku, hindi exciting to. Paano to magiging spokesperson? So, dapat, di ba, masaya. Masaya ka, bubbly, ganun. Personality.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Attorney Nad, Tito Nad, thank you so much for gracing Conversations.
You're welcome. Congratulations for the show.
Alright.
I-guess mo naman yung mga kaibigan natin.
Sino?
I-guess mo yung mga kaibigan natin.
Of course. Nakapila na sila sila Mikey Andre. Pag nakabalik siguro na si Mama J from Mama J naman next.
Si Attorney I.
Yung mga professors natin sa co-professors natin sa FU Institute of Law.
Para kabahan sila.
Okay, gawin natin yan. But again, Attorney Nad, Tito Nad Bronce, thank you for serving as an inspiration for all of us. Thank you for training a generation of queens that have left a mark on Philippine pageantry and global universal pageantry. Thank you for all of your hard work, Tito Nad. I'm speaking on behalf of all pageant fans. Thank you so much.
Congrats for your hard work. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Tito Nad. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And there you have it, guys. Oh my gosh, that conversation with Attorney Nad was... I'm speechless. I learned so much from Tito Nad. I really look up to him. He is my predecessor in Aces and Queens. And I really take that responsibility on with a lot of heart. Thank you, Tito Nad, for laying the groundwork for all of us who are training beauty queens in their Q&A. Thank you for serving as an inspiration, telling your story, and sharing all of these amazing insights into the amazing world of pageantry. So girls, Q&A is nothing to be afraid of. It's merely a conversation between you, the audience, and the judges. So that's our episode for tonight. Guys, if you like this episode and you like content like this, please hit like and subscribe so that we can create more content on this channel. Thank you so much, and arigatou gozaimasu.